Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're jumping into the film As Good as Dead to unpack a pretty intense question. What happens when a guy who literally faked his own death gets pulled right back into the life he ran from? And this quote right here, it pretty much sums up the whole deal. We're talking about a man who tried to completely erase himself from the world to escape his past. But as he's about to find out, some secrets just don't stay buried. So our story kicks off in what looks like a sleepy little town in Mexico. But trust me, under that calm surface, three very different lives are about to crash into each other, and it is going to get explosive. Okay, so let's meet our main players, because this is where all the trouble starts. You've got Bryant, this quiet gym teacher, who's clearly hiding something major. He's mentoring a really talented kid, Oscar, but he's got one rule. The skills he teaches are for self-defense, period. But then you've got Oscar's brother, Hector, who sees that amazing talent as a way to make some serious and seriously dangerous moves. And that right there, that's the core of the problem, isn't it? Brian's entire life depends on staying a ghost, staying invisible. But Oscar, he's young, he's ambitious, and he wants to be in the spotlight. This little disagreement, well, it's the spark that's about to light a massive fuse. So, of course, Oscar ignores Brian's warning. His brother Hector pushes him into the underground fight scene, and it all leads to one single moment that blows everything wide open. Using Brian's super unique fighting style, Oscar just completely dismantles this feared local champ. And you know what happens in today's world when something that incredible gets caught on camera, right? It goes straight online. And that viral video basically acts like a giant digital flare, signaling Brian's location to the exact people he's been hiding from for years. They don't know his name, they don't know where he is, but they recognize that fighting style, and that is all they need to send the hunters. The fallout from that video arrives fast, and let's just say it's not a friendly visit. Oscar quickly realizes these guys are not talent scouts, they're killers. So he totally freaks out, and in a panic, he and his friend Marisol do the one thing you're not supposed to do. They lead the assassins right to Brian's front door. And whoa, Brian's quiet little house turns out to be a full-on fortress, a kill box. He takes out these professional hitmen like it's nothing, proving he is way, way more than just a gym teacher. And with all this violence on his doorstep, he's finally forced to tell the kids the truth. So who is this guy really? Well, here's the rundown. His real name is Bryant Powell. He was an elite undercover DEA agent who took down a massive criminal empire, all by himself. But the cartel retaliated, going after the woman he loved. The only way to protect her was to disappear, to become a ghost. This one line explains his entire survival strategy. The only way to keep the people he cared about safe was to make the world believe he was dead. But now, thanks to that one viral video, he's basically been resurrected, and he is right back on his enemy's radar. Okay, so the first wave of assassins is down, but that just means the real bad guys are stepping up their game. And this time, they're sending someone who knows Bryant, someone he used to trust. So who's pulling the strings? Well, it's Sonny Kilbane, the crime boss Bryant put in prison, and he's running the whole revenge plot from his cell. But his man on the outside? Now this is the real twist. It's Eric Green, Bryant's own former partner and protege, the one person who knows exactly how he operates. This is just a dirty move. Green uses his badge, his authority, his connection to Bryant, to completely fool Oscar. He shows up pretending to be a friend, an ally sent to protect them. But the second Oscar and Marisol are in his car, that rescue mission turns into a kidnapping. And just like that, the entire game flips. Green is smart. He knows he doesn't have to find Bryant anymore. All he has to do is grab the kids, and he can force Bryant to come to him. The hunt is over. The trap has been set. So when Bryant finds out that his students have been snatched by his traitorous ex-partner, he makes a choice. No more hiding. No more running. He's going on the offensive. Yep, that quote pretty much says it all. The gloves are off. He teams up with Oscar's brother Hector and his crew. The guy who spent years trying to avoid a flight is now ready to start a full-blown war. So here's the game plan. Bryant uses a tracker on Oscar's phone, and bam, he's got their location, a heavily fortified compound. And he's not planning a quiet little sneak-in. No, this is a full-scale military-style assault.
Brian and Hector's crew roll up to the compound, locked and loaded for the final battle. And they are definitely not knocking on the front door. That's it. That's his announcement. The party is officially over. And from that second on, it is pure, absolute chaos.
And this is where Bryant just unleashes. We see what he's truly capable of. He's not just a good fighter, he's a one-man army, and he is tearing through an entire cartel force to get to his students. And all that chaos leads to this one deeply personal final fight, the mentor versus his corrupt protege. It's an absolutely brutal showdown where Bryant finally confronts the man who betrayed him, and you better believe he makes sure that betrayal ends right there. So, in the end, Oscar and his friends are safe. The traitor is taken care of. But Bryant isn't a ghost anymore. His face, his name, his skills, they're all back out in the open. He won, but it came at a huge cost. Which leaves us with one final thing to think about. Can a guy like Bryant Powell ever really go back to a quiet life? Or did he just start a whole new war?